Yo, hello guys, Trinfiniter here. I hope you have a good time while waiting for BF6 launch. In the meantime, what do you think about the Pax Armata's F16? The inferior jet on the open beta? The jet that made some of us quit and recruit to NATO when we get on this faction? Allow me to share my thought about it. I think this is actually probably the most beginner-friendly vehicle in BF6. We've seen NATO's F16 tank IFV rack up some crazy numbers like above 50 to 70 kills. But all of that vehicles has a repair and resupply station, while this jet has none of it. This is some of my score using the inferior F16. 27-1, 21-1, 35-3. This round in the background is the 35 kills 3 death. That was without any single resupply and repair. And the cherry on top, what makes me think this is a beginner friendly vehicle, is that most of my kills, 21 to be exact, I achieved with just one attack route. That is 60% of my kills, just one attack route. The mountain to valley route. This attack route is even used by tier 1 pilot like Silk, and the most fun part about it is even a beginner can do this route as well. All we have to do is fly high on the beginning of the route, away from our enemy's attention, then descend to engage our target, then finally fly away with full afterburner, while sometimes we can also carry our enemy's dead bodies like this along the way, then throw it away anywhere we want. Anyway, I was saying then fly away in full afterburner in valley side, away from their anti-air missile lock range. This route is doable in reverse as well. Fly high from valley side, then descend to engage your target around the middle of the map, then fly away in full afterburner in the mountain side near our base. Basically, it's just going back and forth from mountain to valley, and that's it. No need to think or do more complicated route. This is enough. And I think this is very doable even for beginner. I put all of this attack route on the timestamp so you can see it raw and unedited, like on 2 minutes 25, 554, 635. So it's kinda raw gameplay guide if that makes sense. This is an example of mountain to valley side attack route. Fly high so they cannot see us. Scanning, pick a target, bombs away, and that's a kill. And this is valley to mountain attack route. Same method, high altitude approach. There is a missile lock, but our afterburner is fast enough to get us out of his range. And that's a kill. Pretty simple, right? And also this attack route is safe. We don't need to fly near enemy base. We don't even need to attack objective A. B, C, D, E are all covered by this route, in the green circle. Our biggest threat in this map is enemy jet, but fortunately right now dogfighting and aerial engagement are kinda dead. No one is interested in dogfight, and that's a very good news for beginner. Now is a good time to fly and get used to the jet, because when the pros figure out about dogfighting, it's very hard to catch up with them. And sneak attack is very powerful right now. Not much we can do when an enemy jet is already on our tail. To avoid that, I used to always check my 6 in third person after each attack run. And here's another example. Mountain to valley attack route. Multiple enemies and also an enemy jet spotted. Bombs away, and now I try to chase that enemy jet, but had to disengage because someone is looking at me. Then check my 6 if he is attacking me. Looks clear. It's time to re-engage. This is what happens when we don't constantly check our 6. Hostile jet spotted, he just did his attack run. He should have scanned his 6 back then. Now it's too late, I'm already on his tail. Like the attack route, I also put all the aerial engagement on the timestamp. It's on 1 minute 6 seconds, 421, 552, 702, 824, etc. And I put the engagement types as well, like he should have scanned his 6, I'm disengaging because out of flare, clean kill. You can select what kind of action you want to see. It's all raw and unedited. And finally, a friendly reminder though, like the title of this video, this is probably the most beginner friendly vehicle, but not a noob friendly. You need to get used to the jet first, confident with the flight mechanic, then you will be able to achieve this kind of score. Because once you know how to fly this jet, you will be able to do this in no time. This method is not hard at all. Now imagine if they fix this resupply bug at launch, so then Pax Armata actually has a resupply and repair station. Even without it, it is quite simple to achieve this kind of score. That's why I think this jet is probably will be the most beginner friendly vehicle in BF6. And that is all from me today. I hope you enjoy and can learn something from this video. All the actions are on the timestamp. It's all there for you to see. Thank you for watching, see you on the next one, and see you on the battlefield.